Now it is my extreme pleasure and honor to introduce the man that you've all been waiting for. But how do you introduce somebody that's given that kind of service to our community? He's been the mayor for 32 years, a village board trustee for another 8, for a total of 40 years. And during that time, he was also a representative for the Chamber of Commerce for 21 years, and even won the Woodridge Area Chamber of Commerce Award of Excellence in 2001. We're so incredibly lucky to have him here, someone that's been so dedicated to the community and to serving this community that he loves so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in not only welcoming, but thanking Mayor Murphy.
Thanks for the kindness. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Candy Sladek, and in particular for your leadership during this year when you're serving really in 2 or 3 different positions at once, and you've done an excellent job. And a special thank you to Father Norbert for leading us in that meaningful invocation. Before we get started with my remarks, I'd like to introduce to you Caitlin Shannon, who will lead us in the national anthem. And I would ask that you please join in the singing of our national anthem. And prior to her beginning, let us pause for a moment of silence in remembrance of a most valued member of our community who is no longer with us, Mr. Woodridge, Joel Kagan. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, saved us that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Caitlin is a junior at Community High School North. She is a 3-year member of the North High School choral program and currently sings in both the treble choir and the treble ensemble, the most prestigious treble group at North High. This year, Caitlin was also honored at the Illinois Music Education Conference for earning state-level honors for an original composition that she wrote. And while all of us very much enjoyed her singing, the person with the biggest smile in the room is also here, her mother Joanne. Please join with me in recognizing Caitlin. Good afternoon, and thank you for coming to the 2013 State of the Village. Our theme this year is Woodridge at the Crossroads of Opportunity. And through our presentation today, you will see and hear that indeed Woodridge is at the crossroads of opportunity. Before we begin, we have a number of introductions we would like to make. Appropriately, the first group I introduce is those who serve on the village board and some who have served in the past, my colleagues in representing the citizens of the village of Woodridge. And I would ask, as you're introduced, to stand and please remain standing. Trustee Banks, Trustee Kagan, Trustee Cunningham-Pietzik, Trustee Abbott, Village Clerk Eileen Niestrom, former Trustee Robert Murphy, former Trustee Chet Zerlig, and staff members Katie Rush, Administrator Emeritus John Perry, and attorneys Tom Good and Jerry Gorski, and a special welcome and appreciation for 40 years for my wife Liz. Please join with me in recognizing them. I often have said the success of Woodridge today is not the result of village government, but rather a number of other governmental entities and those that serve on village commissions. One of the accomplishments of the village that I am most proud of is the unique partnerships we have formed, because so many of you that are here today, partnerships, to be quite honest, that don't exist in other communities. I would like the staff, the elected officials, and residents that are here today to stand as you are named and remain standing so we can acknowledge you. So as I call the group that you are affiliated with, please stand. The Lisle Woodridge Fire District, the Darien Woodridge Fire District, the Lamont Fire District, Community High School 99, Woodridge School District 68. For some reason, we've always had a great relationship with the School District 68. Center Cass District 66, the Woodridge Public Library, the Board of Police Commissioners, the Police Pension Board, the Plan Commission, the Diversity Commission, And while we have unique partnerships with all of those, one of the most unique is the Woodridge Park District. Please join with me in recognizing all of these individuals that are standing. The last group I want to introduce are individuals who truly are responsible for the fact that Woodridge is at the crossroads of opportunity because of their vision from the time they came to Woodridge. And that is the recipients of the prestigious Building on Our Dream Award, named after our first mayor, Leon Wirtz. And if those that had been honored with that prestigious award could stand and remain standing when I call your name. Lori Kagan, Marilyn and Henry Ristic, Mr. Park District, sorry Fred, Keith Franklin, and John Perry. Please join with me in recognizing these individuals. Many of you may have heard me say over the years that when you, the business community, prosper, so also do we as a community. That is what I'd like to speak with you about today. How Woodridge, which began as a small community in 1959, just 109 homes and no commercial space, has become a regional commercial player at the crossroads of I-355 and I-55, with over 12 million square feet of industrial and warehouse space. A community of 33,000 people and over 10,000 jobs, including opportunities in the food, transportation, and high-tech industry. A community that is known in the Chicago region as being business-friendly and at the crossroads of opportunity. We arrived here through the vision of the community founders, by the hard work of our residents and volunteers, and most importantly, through the commitment and financial investments made by you, the business community. You'll see on the screen a list of some of the businesses that have shaped our business community over the years. Developers, retailers, manufacturers, many of whom are here in this room now, and I am proud to have worked with you to see your business grow in Woodridge. You may have read the recent article in the Chicago Tribune, which highlighted the long history, not only of businesses locating in Woodridge, but growing with the community. Last year, the village saw the relocation of several existing businesses into larger spaces in Woodridge, including ASLI, Finer Foods, Indiana Sugars, Personal Creations, and Champion Packaging. These are just the newest additions to a longer list of businesses who have expanded in Woodridge, including Maury Corporation, Home Run Inn Pizza, Hendrickson, and Follett, to name a few. This commitment to remain in Woodridge demonstrates the value placed in the community by local businesses. There are many factors in your decisions to expand. Therefore, we want to make it easy for you to choose Woodridge. The Village website offers an available sites map to help you find your next home in Woodridge. For easy access, the QR code on the green cards at your table will take you directly to the Village Economic Development page and available sites listing. This same information and access is also provided to developers and brokers to highlight Woodridge's opportunities. Woodridge's economic strength comes from both larger companies and the small business community. A year ago, we made a commitment to support small businesses, and last April, the village hosted a small business luncheon that highlighted area resources to help small businesses. The village also listened to the needs of local businesses by meeting with 15 Woodridge businesses in 2012 to better understand their operations and what it takes to be successful. Let me spend a few minutes talking about economic conditions in our community and what you can look forward to in the coming year. Woodridge's unemployment rate at the end of 2012 was 7.3%. That is in line with DuPage County's 6.9% rate and below the state of Illinois' unemployment rate of 9%. While this is a significant improvement over the Village 10-year high of 10.1% in 2010, we have more work to do to attract more jobs to our community and our region. Retail occupancy in Woodridge continues to remain well above the county and the region by a full 200 to 300 basis points. At the end of 2012, Woodridge's retail vacancy rate was only 5.9%, an improvement over the previous April numbers. Due to the significant commercial economic growth that occurred during the past 20 years, Woodridge's economic base is solid. While the equalized assessed valuation of the Village properties had declined since 2009, the Village has benefited greatly from the combination of high growth and strong economy that raised the Village's EAV, equalized assessed valuation, to over $1 billion, a 500% increase over 1990. As we continue to move on an upward trajectory, the Woodridge business community is adding jobs again. Between the end of 2010 and the end of 2011, the major employees in Woodridge, which is defined as companies with over 50 employees, added a net gain of 825 jobs. This expansion is in part to keep our industrial vacancy rates low. In Woodridge, they are 180 basis points below the current regional vacancy rate of 10.4%. Not included in the net job gain from 2011 was an additional 400 jobs added to the community with the opening of the Edward Don's corporate headquarters and distribution center last fall. The 360,000 square foot Edward Don facility is the first phase of the 80-acre Union Point Business Park that will bring additional jobs and economic growth to Woodridge. Like communities across the country, Woodridge has had its share of home foreclosures. Data shows that the number of foreclosed homes as a percentage of homes in Woodridge since 2006 is comparable or below surrounding communities. A positive new trend has emerged in which foreclosed properties are being purchased, renovated, and resold at values closer to pre-recession levels. This evidence of residential market improvement and community reinvestment demonstrates the strength of the Woodridge housing market. The Village is capitalizing on this trend by identifying and promoting distressed properties to investors that will encourage additional neighborhood reinvestment. One of Woodridge's continued strengths is residential and commercial investment in the community. Like the rest of the region, Woodridge saw a major drop in commercial investment following the start of the recession, from $40 million in 2008 to less than $15 million in 2010. However, as you can see on the chart, the combination of lower property values, opening up of available credit, pent-up demand, and a growing consumer confidence have helped bring back commercial investment numbers for 2012 to over $25 million. Throughout the commercial investment roller coaster, residential investment remained above $5 million a year, showing durability in that sector of Woodridge. The Village has taken steps to help streamline the development process over the past several years. We understand that getting a development off the ground is more complex than ever, and Woodridge wants to play a supporting part to encourage community development and reinvestment. To that end, the value you receive for the property taxes you pay for Village services is important. For every tax dollar paid, the Village only receives about 4%, or 4 cents. We know that every tax dollar paid is one less dollar for reinvestment in your business. So we make sure we are using your tax dollars wisely. so that we provide municipal services in the most cost-effective manner. Another way to compare Woodridge's judicious use of your tax dollars is to look at how many Woodridge employees there are compared to every 1,000 residents. That number is 4 and compares very favorably to surrounding communities, as you can see on this graph. Just as each of you have to carefully evaluate personnel needs and productivity, we have done the same and will continue to look for ways to measure performance and productivity and continue to look to the private sector to provide cost-effective services to our customers. So what's on the horizon for 2013? Renewed confidence in the office warehouse market has prompted HSA to begin construction on a 180,000 square foot spec industrial building, one of the first to be built post-recession. Later this month, the Art Van Furniture will seek Village Board approval for a 68,000 square foot furniture store at the northwest corner of Boughton Road and Woodward Avenue. Art Van, which is the leader in the Michigan furniture retail industry, is looking to make the Woodridge store their flagship for the Chicago market. This commercial corridor will also see Gordon Food Service build a retail store at the southwest corner, and the Village will see the long-vacated Krispy Kreme restaurant be replaced by Clara's Pasta, which, similar to the businesses I mentioned at the beginning of this presentation, is a long-established Woodridge institution that chose to stay and expand in the community. I began this presentation by highlighting how very special the relationship between Woodridge and the business community has helped us mutually achieve our goals over the past 50-plus years. During my time on the Village Board, Woodridge has grown from a bedroom community to a vibrant regional player. I have been witness to the tremendous achievements of all facets of our community. I am proud that we are home to major national corporations while placing every bit as much emphasis on our small businesses. I'm proud of the growth of our Chamber of Commerce and the work they do to build bridges across our community. I am proud of the partnerships we have forged and the success we have achieved together. We truly are at the crossroads opportunity, and our continued partnership will ensure mutual prosperity well into the future. Let me conclude by once again thanking you for your opportunity to be with us today. Thank you very much. The mayor always gets the last word. It's only 1:45, so use this for great networking opportunities. Thanks, Chamber, and thank you to all our other guests. Thank you.